The lighting today is like super horrible, and I feel like I look a really weird color. Maybe because the sun is not shining on me. It's like really rainy today. Anyway, today I'm making a video that I probably should have made or at least talked about or whatever a very long time ago. So this video is about friendship issues, and I feel like some of the things that I'm gonna say really need to be said. Not that people haven't heard them before or whatever. I just feel like these are things I need to get off my chest, and these are things that I've learned and that I'm currently learning and practicing, and that I feel like other people should hear so that they, you know, in case they are going through the same thing that I'm going through. So I'm gonna share, and this video is kind of hard for me because I'm weird. I'm an open book, but at the same time I'm a very private person. Like someone that, like some people that I've been friends with for years who've known me since junior high school or high school don't, like, they know me but they don't really know me because I only show a lot of people like a certain side of me. I show people like the fun Jade, the positive Jade. I don't really show people the Jade that's like going through things or whatever. I'm sure you guys get the point by now. So anyway, yesterday I was watching a video with two girls who are best friends, and they have just been through like a lot of things. And one of the things that the person said inspired me to make this video. So she basically said, like, if you're having friendship issues, no matter, like, say I'm having friendship issues with Pam, and me and Pam don't work out, and then I become friends with Julia. Me and Julia don't work out, and then I become friends with Morgan, and me and Morgan don't work out. It's because the first issue I had with Pam, whether the issue be an issue that she had toward me or an issue that I had with her, I never dealt with the issue, and it's carrying on to all the rest of my friendships. And when they said that, I was like, wow, because that really is true when it comes to me. So I'm gonna share a little story. A few years ago, me and one of my friends stopped talking, and this wasn't just any normal friend. Me and her have been friends for a very, very long time, like probably over like 13 years. I met her when I was probably 7 or 8, and then we were friends all the way until I was about 21 or 20 years old. So yeah, we were really best friends. Like, we went to the same elementary school, the same middle school, the same high school, and the same college. We went to all the same after school programs. We spent the night at each other's house. We wore each other's clothes. We liked some of the same boys. We went through, like, that was my best friend. And you know, prior to our older teenage years, like 16, 17, 18, everything prior to that was pretty peachy between us. We were like, if you saw me, you saw her. If you saw her, you saw me. Like, and then when we stopped talking, everyone was like, even a year later, people was like, you guys still aren't talking? Because when we turned about 16, 17, 18, that's when things started to get crazy, and we would talk like on and off. We would stop talking for a few months, then we would start talking again, then we would stop talking again, then we would start talking again for like 3 years straight. So when we had stopped talking for like a whole year, everyone was like, you guys still aren't talking? I don't believe this. You guys got to work it out. Because for us not to talk for a whole year was like, wow. So fast forward 3 years later, we still have not spoken to each other. So the reason why I bring that up is because I found out, or I'm now realizing, that the way me and her, the relationship we had, I was looking for that relationship with everyone else. Every other friend that I've met or anybody that I got close to after me and her stopped being friends, I was looking for her in them. So being that me and her were always together, we always spoke, we didn't go 24 hours without speaking, hardly without seeing each other. Like, we were really, really close. And when I met new friends and I didn't speak to them every day, or they didn't come with me to the mall, or they didn't go to the same college I did, I felt a way about that, because I felt like all my friends needed to be like her. Like, she was always there for me. I was always there for her. We were always together. And my other friends after her, they just weren't there. Like, I never had a friend like her again who was like always with me no matter what. So I started having issues with my friends, like, oh, I didn't speak to you for a whole week, or, you know, we haven't gone out in a long time or whatever. And I always felt like it was people treating me, you know, being a certain way toward me and not taking my feelings into consideration. But then I realized very recently that it's not them, it's me, and that I kind of hold people to a certain expectation and that I shouldn't do that. Forgive me if my thoughts are like everywhere. I have to realize that the way things were when we were like 12, 13, and not just me and, you know, that friend that I was talking about earlier, but me and any of my friends, because most of the friends that I've had, I've known for a very long time, probably since like junior high school or high school. So I've known mainly all of my friends over 5 years. And I expected things to be how they were years ago, because, you know, when you're kind of younger, you don't have that many responsibilities. People don't have, like, you know, we're young, none of us have kids, so we can spend a lot of time together, and things were really peachy, basically. And as we got older, a lot of my friends had children, or everyone, you know, started being in relationships, so you're not seeing your friend as much because she's spending time with her boyfriend, and or she's, you know, more involved with her family now, as far as like her and her mom have gotten closer or whatever. So just as, you know, you get older, everyone is not spending as much time. And the type of person I am, I like to spend a lot of time with people. A lot of my friends, or I feel like a lot of people, period, when they're going through things, they like to seclude themselves and be to themselves. And I'm the type of person, when I go through something, I want to be around people. I'm the type of person, if I'm going through something, I'm like, let's go out, let's have a girls' night, let's talk, let's have girl talk. Like, that's the type of person I am. And people are a lot different than me. And for a long time, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand, like, why does everyone want to be alone when they're going through something? Why don't people want to talk when they're going through something? Because I wanted to talk. So that was two of my issues. I expected everyone to be like my best friend, and I also expected people to be like me, if that makes any sense. But also, another issue that a lot of people have, and I don't care if people feel like they don't have this issue or have not recognized that they have this issue, but I see it a lot in people, that nobody communicates anymore. If you notice, it's always on social media, people are throwing subs, or girls are even having a fight over Facebook. Like, nobody is talking about things anymore, and I'm guilty of that. I don't talk about my problems. I'm the type of person who, if I have a problem with someone, I don't say anything to them about it. I would just not talk about it, and I would probably just not text them or ignore their text messages for a few days until I feel like I'm over it. Then I would text them like, hey, want to go out? Like, I'll never address the issue. And that's something I have to, you know how they say, practice what you preach. So I'm telling you guys this because I went through it and I'm learning it and I'm practicing it right now. So if you are going through something and you're not the type of person to talk about it, talk about it. And sometimes don't be naive about certain things, because I recently had to talk with some of my friends and I'm like, hey, these are my issues, and I expected for us to work out our issues. Like, I expected, because I said something about it and I was trying to be the bigger person and get over my issue of not talking about it, that because I talked about it, everything would be okay. And that wasn't the case. I talked to certain people about my issue I had with them, and everything went totally left, and it got worse. So don't go into things naive and feel like just because you're addressing it, it's gonna work out. It may not work out, and it probably didn't work out for a reason. Don't go into it naive. Some people are not talk-to-able, or some people don't like to work things out. Like, I have a friend who doesn't like to work things out. She feels like if it's an issue, it's an issue for a reason. Leave it alone, go your separate ways, that's it. So me and her couldn't work things out. So it would have been nice if we did, but I feel like everybody goes through a transitioning stage and change is inevitable. So you may not want to change, or you may not be ready to change, but it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. And I feel like I'm in a stage where I'm moving up a level, and everybody moves up a level just at different times. So I feel like, I think I'm at a stage where I'm moving up a level, and God is telling me, okay, these people are not ready to move up a level with you. You're going here, and they're not ready to get there yet, so they have to stay here. And a lot of times I try to pull, like, I'm very forceful. I can admit that I'm very forceful. So I always try. Like, I know certain things just aren't working or are not supposed to work or whatever, and I try to make them work literally 1,000 times. Like, something could fail 100 times, and I'll try 101 times, and I have to learn to just let things go sometimes. So yeah, I feel like I'm going here, and these people aren't supposed to be here yet, but I'm trying to pull them anyway. Like, I'm trying to take them with me, and I feel like they're just not supposed to go, and that's something that I have to realize. And that sometimes you just have to let things go. You know how they say, people are in your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And I feel like once I meet somebody, I want them there forever. Of course, unless they do something like really crazy to me. But I feel like once I meet somebody, I don't know how to let people go. I always want to work things out. I always want to take people with me. I always want to take rides, like really long rides with people. And I have to realize that people are only there for a reason or a season. Some people are just there to help, you know, in your life for a while, just to help you get through certain things. And once they help you get through something, that's the only purpose they were supposed to serve. So now it's done. And I'm like, why are you leaving? No, come with me here. And it's not supposed to be like that. So definitely I'm realizing that communication is key, that we're all getting older. Like, I can't let things get to me, and I have to learn to let go, and I have to talk about things. And those are really like things that, you know, you're getting older, you don't really want to deal with things, but you have to. Like, nothing else you can do about it. And a little off topic, but also you have to be around people who share the same morals and values as you. Because if I'm the type of person that values loyalty, and I value friendship, and I feel like friendship is sacred, and I value my friend's opinion, and I value, you know, certain things, and that person, loyalty is not a big deal to them, and working out a friendship is not a big deal to them, and, you know, they're very prideful, and I'm not prideful, we're not gonna work. We're gonna clash. Because yeah, if you guys are different, it's just, sometimes you just have to accept it and say, like, okay, we're different. I know there's like a whole lot of things that I'm leaving out. I'll probably do a part 2 to this video, because after I stop recording, I'm gonna realize everything that I didn't say. I'm telling myself, get it together. And if you're going through something that I'm going through, get it together. Put on your big girl panties. Talk about your problems with your friends. If you feel like it's worth working out and you really don't want to lose that friend, but your pride is in the way, put your pride to the side. Work things out. Say sorry. Apologize about, you know, if you did something wrong, apologize about it. And I'm saying that, and I'm not even at that point yet, but if you're, you know, stronger than me and much more level-headed than me, then go for it. I'm gonna go, because I'm getting emo. Later.